Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, nearly 7 years after an 18-year-old was killed in Kennewick, police have arrested the final suspect. Details coming up. Also,
it can happen on gaming apps, social media apps, any apps that have any sort of personal messaging abilities.
A Kennewick High School student is arrested for allegedly sending a violent, threatening message to a child online. Tonight, we're going to hear from SARC about what to do to keep your children safe. Plus, Yakima residents, listen up. Some major cuts are coming for 2026. We're taking a closer look. Stacy?
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin, we're tracking fog and freezing fog tonight. What's on the way? I'll have all the details. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. It is December the 3rd. Wendy Redman is off tonight. We are going to start with a crime alert. A murder suspect is in custody nearly 7 years after the crime. On October 26, 2018, 18-year-old Hunter Black was killed during a home invasion in Kennewick. Yesterday, police and the FBI arrested 26-year-old Cavante Conley in Pasco. He's booked for first-degree murder. Tri-City Regional SWAT and Pasco PD also helped take him into custody. 2 other suspects were arrested in 2022 and 2023 and are serving sentences. Police say Conley had been avoiding arrest since 2022. Authorities say a 16-year-old boy, a student at Sela High School, died in a rollover crash earlier this morning. It happened just before 8 a.m. on the 6500 block of North Weenus Road. When first responders got to the scene, they found the teen driver and tried to save his life, but he died at the scene. A preliminary investigation showed the driver lost control on the ice and ended up rolling the vehicle and hitting a tree. Authorities say the teen's family has been notified, and they also contacted officials at Sela High School, where the boy attended classes. Counselors are at the school and offering grief counseling. New tonight, an 18-year-old Kennewick High School student is under arrest, accused of sending a violent, threatening message to a child online. Police say the message demanded a video and threatened to kill the child and their family. Detectives identified the suspect Monday and arrested him on campus. He's now in the Benton County Jail, facing first-degree extortion and communication with a minor for immoral purposes. KPD is reminding families to report any threats online or in person. According to SARC, or the Support, Advocacy, and Resource Center in the Tri-Cities, kids are the most affected groups by some extortion scams, specifically sextortion. SARC says it happens most often in online chats and social media, including Instagram, Snapchat, Discord, and gaming chats. Tonight, parents are encouraged to check in with their kids if they notice a drop in grades, increased anxiety, or self-harming behavior.
If they're in escaping environments, that can also mean that they are trying to meet the demands of their perpetrator. So let's say they're out at a dinner and they leave randomly because maybe their perpetrator asks for something immediately because of a threat that's been made.
SARC says it has resources available to victims of sextortion, including help with filing a police report. We're going to take a quick break from our news headlines and let's get to our weather headlines.
And just as last night, guess what takes the main stage tonight?
FOG.
FOG, fog and freezing fog. So yes, roadways again could be slick. Come take a look at your screen. We have some fog advisories. Now the area there in the dark green towards Ellensburg and Yakima, that's a freezing fog advisory. So roads through that region tonight are going to be slick, as that fog will probably stick to the road. We also have a dense fog advisory for the foothills of the Blues. So from Pendleton to Dayton, we could see visibility as low as a quarter mile or less. So make sure you guys slow down, use those high beams, and just prepared for a little additional time. We're already tracking fog down here around the Milton Freewater area, just south of the Tri-Cities, between Tri-Cities and Hermiston, and right on across to the Yakima Valley. 37 degrees on our Dust Devil Skycam tonight. That humidity at 89%. Winds are light at 5 and the dew point at 34 degrees tonight. Temperatures around the region were already sliding down, getting close to the freezing level in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. A little warmer in the Columbia Basin, and then as you skip over to the foothills of the Blues, we're seeing those cooler temperatures. This is what's coming tomorrow. A big track upper level system with lots of moisture associated with it, lots of rain, and we're going to see a series of storms headed our way over the next couple of days. Temperatures once again down below freezing all through the region. Things are going to get slightly warmer tomorrow night, but the big news tonight, of course, is fog through the region. So look for that starting to build up all through the area, and temperatures sliding down to the freezing level by about 9 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, wet all day long. You can expect rain showers, so grab an umbrella. Be prepared for that. So dense fog lingers. Make sure you drive safe out there. Rain and freezing rain is also possible as this system moves in. Breezy winds kick up on Friday. Secure those loose items. Warmer temperatures are on the way. We'll get to all of that coming up in just a few minutes. Austin?
Stacey, thanks. Now to a follow-up. The Franklin County Commissioners met for their weekly meeting and say improving safety on Highway 395 outside Pasco remains a top priority. Commissioner Stephen Baumann says he has been in ongoing conversations with State Representative Mark Clicker of Washington's 16th District. He says Clicker has started drafting new legislation that would designate the 7-mile stretch of 395 as an accident zone.
We've been working on setting up I guess you would say, an emergency stakeholder meeting about that conversation and some of the surrounding components of it. And so right now we're working on having that conversation and meeting next Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the Hapo Center.
Baumann says logistics for that meeting are still being finalized, but he hopes to have legislators and key stakeholders at the table. This is a developing story. We'll bring you updates as we learn more. Well, Yakima's new 2026 budget spares community centers but makes specific and significant cuts to police and fire. The council approved the budget on Tuesday night inside a standing room only City Hall. Community centers and youth programs will stay open, but to balance the books, the city is reducing spending on public safety. The plan slashes funding for police and fire, with police losing several positions and fire department cuts potentially impacting response times. Parks and Recreation also see reduced funding, threatening maintenance for programs for seniors and youth.
I would move that we also keep the Lions Pool open and the Washington Fruit Center open based on the assumption that they will continue to work on alternative funding sources and pursue that, because they said they needed more time. And then if we have to, we can make a decision to close them at a later date.
The budget takes effect in 2026, and officials say they'll continue looking for ways to restore funding where it is most needed. Zillah School District is highlighting the importance of migrant education programming and the impact it has had on its many families that reside in the district. The program has been in place for decades as a state and federal requirement supporting families who move for seasonal work. District officials say it helps students stay on track academically when they enter Zillah mid-year. Staff work with families involved in a variety of seasonal work, including agricultural, fishing, and warehouse jobs, to make sure students don't fall behind.
Any families with students that cross school district boundaries and work in migratory, that can include fishing, berry picking, working in the fields, certain parts of working in a warehouse.
Moving forward, district leaders say they will continue expanding community partnerships and resources to make sure migrant students have every chance to succeed. A Pentagon watchdog report concludes Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth risked exposing sensitive information that could have endangered U.S. troops when he used a commercial messaging app to communicate with fellow administration officials, according to two sources familiar with that report. That report is set to be officially released tomorrow. New at 5, ABC's Christiane Cordero has the details from D.C.
Today, a Pentagon watchdog concluded that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth risked endangering U.S. troops by exposing sensitive information in a group chat on Signal earlier this year, according to two sources familiar with the group's now completed report. The Defense Department's Inspector General concluded the information Hegseth put in the chat was properly classified by U.S. Central Command before he shared it with his colleague's wife and inadvertently a reporter from The Atlantic, who was accidentally added to the chat. The conversation revolved around the U.S. attack on the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen in March of this year. Hegseth immediately denied the chat shared any war plans.
Nobody's texting more plans. I know exactly what I'm doing, exactly what we're directing, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished, the successful missions that night and going forward.
In the backlash, then National Security Advisor Mike Waltz was moved to a new role as UN ambassador after it was determined he added the reporter from The Atlantic magazine to the chat by mistake. He was the only administration official to face any consequences. On the Inspector General's report, sources tell ABC News Hegseth refused to sit down for an interview as part of the investigation, but told the IG in a statement he insists that because he has the power to classify and declassify information, he acted within his rights. The report may add pressure on Hegseth, who's already facing scrutiny over a second strike that killed suspected drug smugglers off the coast of Venezuela in September, which some legal experts say could be a war crime. The admiral overseeing that operation is set to speak with lawmakers behind closed doors tomorrow. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Following this newscast, World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on coverage of Signal Gate. Plus, photos and video from Jeffrey Epstein's private island have been released by House Democrats. World News Tonight airs at 5:30 p.m. right here on ABC. And in more local news, WSU Tri-Cities is helping elevate Washington wine professionals through a brand new hands-on workshop. The university's Cougar Tracks program is launching what they call the Art of Pairing Workshop, a training designed to strengthen sensory skills and improve the customer experience in tasting rooms. It follows feedback from more than 50 winery professionals who attended a wine service excellence workshop last summer, saying they want more education on food and wine pairing.
Again, sponsored by the Port of Benton. So we're thrilled to partner with them once again to bring a hands-on experiential learning experience for winery professionals and to also help support community building, professional development, and just elevating the Washington wine experience.
The workshop takes place March 24th at the Walter Clore Wine and Culinary Center. That is in Prosser. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5. This holiday season, a Richland adoption event is helping families find their perfect pet and tackle a problem many households struggle with. Then Stacy Lee's back with your full First Alert forecast, track and fog on this Wednesday. Stay right here.
T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Visit Cle Elum anytime for spectacular views, fantastic food, and shopping unlike anywhere else. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is the heart of Cle Elum.
It's that sense of community, I would say, that really drives us. It's why we want to live here. It's what we love the most about being here. An absolute adventure. Every single day is different.
It's a really beautiful small town with mountains and everything you ever want to do or adventure. And there's lots of snowmobiling in the winter, lots of hiking, kayaking.
Every single corner of the globe, that they all end up in Cle Elum for one reason or another, whether it's to enjoy the outdoors, to enjoy the small town feel, There are a lot of great restaurants, a few wineries, a lot of great bars. There's a lot to do and see here. Cheers to Cle Elum.
Learn more at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Experiencing the outdoors is in our nature.
Looking for Santa Claus? He's right here with us at Queensgate Gardens. Visit us today for your best selection of Christmas trees and wreaths for this season's holiday cheer. Bring your family and find the perfect tree. Customize your own wreath and pick out fresh, colorful poinsettias. Visit us at Queensgate Gardens today.
This is serious stuff. If this furniture can survive our family,
it can survive Santa's elves too.
This Christmas, bring the whole crew to Meredith Furniture and find your perfect fit. Styles for every room and every personality.
From our family to yours.
Merry Christmas!
T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Back now with Making a Difference, a holiday adoption event in Richland bringing together Habitat for Humanity and Pronto Puppy Rescue to address a problem many families face. When people struggle to keep their homes, their pets often lose theirs too. The Three Paws a Prancing Home for the Holidays event at the Habitat store, connecting families with puppies while supporting the organization's broader mission of housing stability. Families browsed donated items while puppies waited in kennels for new homes. Santa Claus also joined the event, adding holiday spirit to the adoption process.
This is a unique opportunity for us, and so we got the call at the last minute, and we said, yep, we'll be there.
Our Dan Hansen will have more on this at 6. In the meantime, the event resulted in successful adoptions, including a puppy named Gwen who found her new home. Habitat for Humanity says the event reflects their mission to connect Tri-Cities families with resources that build stability. Organizers say even small donations of pet food or supplies can help families keep their animals during tough times. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, the Columbia Basin Veterans Center in Pasco, to be exact. The big guy will make an appearance next week, December 11th and 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. The event is for veterans and their families and military personnel. There are limited spots available since Santa will only be in town for a short time and only has a limited amount of gifts for the children of the families who register to attend.
We want to give back to the community by opening the door for Santa to come in. We want to make sure that our veterans and military personnel know that there's a place for them to come. And right here at the Columbia Basin Veterans Center, we want them to be connected. We want them to know that we're here to serve with resources, but also bring in things like Santa and fun things to you.
We will have contact information on how you can secure your spot for this upcoming event on our website, or you can show up in person to the Veterans Center to sign up for your time. Hey, around the world we go. The 2025 Atlantic hurricane season is over. Meteorologists say one forecasting tool stood out, an AI model. Yeah, the National Hurricane Center says Google DeepMind gave them early high confidence warning that Hurricane Melissa would rapidly intensify 3 days before it hit Jamaica as a Category 5. It marked the first time the NHC predicted a storm would go from a Category 1 to a 5 right from formation. Experts say AI models can produce high-res forecasts in just minutes.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And it's been a pretty quiet weather day, a little gloomy out there. Let's take a look at our Central Washington rodeo grounds in Ellensburg tonight, 33 degrees. Visibility still doing good there, but we're starting to see fog developing in the Yakima area. We're also tracking the chance for freezing fog, and there are warnings in place for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley for freezing fog tonight. Dense fog for the foothills of the Blues. And we already see lots of fog kind of sitting around the area. It's going to get a little more intense chance as the evening cools down and that moisture starts to concentrate through the region. So be ready for it. As far as fog forecast, we're going to see lower visibilities in Ellensburg. We have a chance of seeing those visibilities tomorrow. Looking a little bit better, though, through the Columbia Basin as we'll see rain showers. But Walla Walla could be socked in with that fog all day. We're also tracking, a chance of freezing rain for Thursday morning and Friday morning. Now, check out the system that's starting to move in our way. There's that ridge of high pressure. There was our quiet weather. Here comes the rain. The west side, you're seeing it here, and then we see snow in the upper elevations, the Idaho Panhandle. It intensifies on Friday, bringing widespread snow to the corner of Washington State, the Idaho Panhandle, right into western Montana. Now, things will kind of calm down just slightly on Friday, but we still will be seeing the rain showers come through. Most of those will hit or miss on Friday. This is what we're looking at as far as our rain showers coming in late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Pink shows you the freezing rain possibility up towards Moses Lake, but we also have possibility of seeing that in Yakima and the Kittitas Valley. Widespread showers through the area by 10 o'clock in the morning and pretty much sticking around for the entire day, eventually moving to the east where we'll start to see some snow across that I-84 corridor in the Blues. Rain showers sticking to the Cascade Mountains once again, and then picking back up and moving through the area on Friday. So very active weather pattern. We have several storms that are going to start moving in tomorrow. And take a look at this. Cue those winds just in time for the storm action. 20 to 45 mile an hour gust through the region. Some of us will see stronger winds than others. Columbia Basin being one of them, foothills of the Blues, and of course across our Cascade passes. So once again, be safe out there and get ready for some wild weather on the way. Tonight, chilly again, pretty quiet for most of the night, but that fog's going to start moving in. Tomorrow night, just slightly warmer, but still sitting right around the freezing level, at least in the Yakima, Kittitas Valley, Columbia Basin, and just starting to warm up there in the foothills of the Blues. Here's the forecast. You'll see lots of raindrops making their way, gusty to breezy winds Friday in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, and then check it out, windy and wet for several days in a row. That is a series of storms coming through. Now, the possibility of seeing a little mixed rain mixed with snow or freezing rain in Yakima late tonight, early tomorrow morning, switching over to just good old-fashioned rain later in the day. Ellensburg also has a good chance of seeing that mixed precip in the early morning hours, transitioning to just good old regular rain later on. Those gusty winds picking up Friday, 30 to 35 miles per hour. The rain continues there, and again, we talked about droughts and things. We need all this rain to keep coming, and it certainly is. Look for those strong gusty winds, especially in the foothills in Walla Walla. Hermiston also looking at some strong gusty winds and lots of rain. So let it rain, she said.
Let it rain. Yeah, it's good.
I think I'd rather see the rain than just the gloom. Like when it looks like it's going to rain and then it just never rains.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
No, I know. I hear you. Hey, we've got the spotlight up next.
Yeah.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
I win? Are we there yet?
Soon.
What about now? Hey, Dad!
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, with coverage that moves with you, you're free to enjoy your dreams.
Isn't this the dream, Grandpa?
Bundle life and save up to 43% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Ellensburg is a great place to visit all year long. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is Ellensburg.
I'm Megan West, owner of Claim Clothing in downtown Ellensburg. Claim Clothing is a store located in our downtown core of Ellensburg, Washington. There is something happening all year long in Ellensburg.
Ellensburg is awesome. We have a great community, we've got a university, and you've got a huge community of locals and outdoor enthusiasts.
You've got great restaurants and wine, and yeah, there's a lot to do downtown in Ellensburg.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Kraken, Oilers. Coverage begins at 6 Thursday on Apple Valley News Now.
Well, our spotlight tonight takes us to Pendleton, Oregon, where the Happy Canyon Night Show has 2 new princesses for 2026.
That's right. Mylan Mills and Mania Wolf will serve as ambassadors for the pageant at the Pendleton Roundup. Their formal introduction is set for December 13th at the Pendleton Convention Center. Both princesses say they look forward to celebrating Happy Canyon's 110th anniversary.
Hey, if you have an idea for the spotlight, connect with us on social media. Final weather next.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
The holiday season is in full swing at Shelby's Floral. Shelby's invites you to celebrate the joys of Christmas. Step into a wondrous world filled with the magic of the holiday season. Discover beautiful holiday decor, seasonal centerpieces, and gifts that capture the spirit of giving. Let Shelby's inspire you with a beautiful custom arrangement to complement your seasonal style. At Shelby's, we can bring your home to life with the joys of Christmas. Celebrating 50 years of holiday giving. Come visit Shelby's Floral on Clearwater in Kennewick.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
It's the most wonderful game of the year. Join your Tri-City Americans for Teddy Bear Toss Night, Friday, December 5th at the Toyota Center. Bring a stuffed animal to toss on the ice after the Americans' first goal of the game and help spread holiday cheer. Go Ams!
During this special season, trust Apple Valley News Now and ABC for an awesome lineup of magical holiday shows with favorites from Disney plus more. It's all proudly sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
She saw a link.
Through, I think it was Apple Valley News.
And in less than a year, her family had their first home. Thanks to Hayden Homes, and thanks to Letitia Young for using a link at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Next DT, our exclusive onset of NCIS's 500th episode, and our suite at home with boy mom Adrienne Bailon Houghton.
She's my best friend. She's my best friend.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. We always have a great reason to smile. Now, Russell sent this to me a couple weeks ago. Sorry it took me so long, Russell, but you know what? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Russell Garver's house there.
Sure is.
College Place. So thanks for sending that in, Russell. The clouds and a great sunset in College Place. QR code right there on top of your screen. That's how you get your photo on TV. Once again, thanks to our good friends there at Lifetime Dental Care. Keep those photos coming. All right, here's what it's looking like. We got the patchy freezing fog and possible freezing rain in some areas. Biggest takeaway tonight is allow extra time tomorrow morning. Take your time because there could be slick roads, and then prepare for a wet day. It's going to rain pretty much all day long tomorrow.
Lot. Yeah. All right.
It's here.
It's here. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.